Hello and welcome to my tutorial upon the the full package of creating a WoW server. The package that I'm going to tell you to download has everything you need. It has your APACHE that you need for your account registration, has your MySQL that you need for your account database and for your editing your variables, etc. And also it has two realms, your PvE realm and your PvP realm, just over here. It also has uh, other tools such as your map extractor and your DBC extractor that you can see here. Also, we have your Heidi SQL, so you don't have to download Mavicat, and also it has your no IP. So basically, in other words, it has everything you need. Alright, so where to get this, you may ask? Let's see. Look in my descriptions, you may see a mega upload link. This link is a link to a file called Eric's Repacked. Just download this file, which I'm not going to do because I already have it, and then just extract it to your desktop or wherever you would like your files to be. I prefer the desktop as it is the safest and it's the fastest way to go for it. Anyway, so once you've got it, all you have to do is first open up your server folder and then find your MySQL and open it up. You may also would like to open up your APACHE in order to have your account registration, but first you need to set up your account registration, which you will see how to do in another tutorial that I will make soon. Then you need to open up your PvE, that is your logon server, and then your world. I'm not going to open it up right now because it slows down my computer, but in another tutorial I'll show you how this works. And you can also open up your PvP. This time only open up world, as you've already got logon server, and it will just slowly decrease the amount of speed you have on your computer for now. Now you may think it's already got, it says Eric's Repack everywhere on, it says Eric's Repack PvE and Eric's Repack PvP. You don't want that. You want to call it something else. You want to call the realms your own thing. Well, what you have to do is first go into your PvE folder, go into configs, make sure you don't have your PvE and PvP running right now, just turn it off if you do. And this is the files that you can configure. Firstly, if you want to configure the name, you go into this realms.config, open it up, and scroll right to the bottom. Here it says realm name. It would say Eric's, but I've got it Phoenix, so I've changed it to mine. And just change, don't take the columns away, just change it to whatever you like. Can I call it whatever you like? I'm gonna leave it to Phoenix. But yes. And then just leave everything else alone. If you're going to have a no IP, you might just pretend you have, this is your no IP, .noip.org, so people can join. This is what you've got to do. But mine's not a public, it's just private, as it's illegal to do it public for me. But yeah, other things that you can configure are your logon. Here you can configure your basic database. This database includes everything that includes connecting to your realm. Your optional basically has just very limited variables, such as your starting level. So if it's like a PvP realm, you'd want to start off at 79 or 80 or whatever. Mine's a PvE, so I'm just leave it 1. Descriptions about all these variables are up here, which is the best thing I reckon about this thing. If you want to see, if you don't know what gen level cap is, you go here. You go, oh okay, it says level cap. And you read this. You go, this variable controls the level. I'm assuming you know how to read. And you just read this, and you can just create your own level cap or whatever you want, and just change the variables. I've changed it to 555. I know I'm crazy, but I just changed it to that because it's my favorite number. Everything else just like that. There's a lot of these hash and then talks. These paragraphs are just descriptions. They're not going to be in your server, but they're just descriptions about these variables. So if you want to change these variables, first read these. please, because you don't want to be changing a variable and then figuring out that it's just stuffed up your whole realm. Alright, so all you have to do is just that. It also has colors, different colors that you want to have to it. Your announce, you know, you know how you have your announce on top of here. You can change what color it says. I like orange. I'm just gonna leave it to orange or whatever color it says right now. I just leave it default sometimes, so it doesn't feel like it's a fully customized realm, which it is. But yes, I've changed my Death Knight thing. Right now I have a 1 Death Knight enabled. But for the Death Knight limit, I rated it 0, which doesn't mean that you can't have a Death Knight. 0 means that in any of these, 0 means unlimited amount of times. So you can just keep on having these Death Knights as many as you want, and that's what I did. Also with this, I did enable gold cap 0, as in there is no limit for how much gold you want. For GMs and stuff, it's unlimited. You can just spawn it. And for normal people, they can have more than this much amount of gold, which is 214,748. Right, I'm not going to save it, because I like how it is. There's also realms, which is just generally your IP and just connecting to the realm for your account registration. And, oh wait, no, we just looked at this. Haha, sorry. You have your world. World has a lot of configurations you can do, such as your console logging, it starts off with all your logging in, then it starts off with your GM commands such as GM hold list, your muting, your banning, your message, login message. I wrote this as my login message as it is my server called Godscraft and my realm called Phoenix. Whenever I talk, it'll say Game Master. Well, whenever I talk in announce, it'll say Game Master. Just anywhere, everywhere. Just generally, that's how it works. And just read this, like I said, read all of this, so that's not hashed, it's dots. Well, I think in this it's all dots, but yes, just read all of these dots before you do anything to these variables. Just remember that. Alright, it's a very, very configurable and very customizable repack, and I believe it's the best repack available these days. So, just as I said before, turn on your MySQL first, APACHE if you've set it up already, which I will show you in another tutorial. Then open up your logon server, and then your world. Then get out into a PvE, then go to PvP, and open up your world. Oh, dear, I did something wrong. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that's all you have to do, just generally. And once you've got that working, you can go to your WoW folder, which I'll show you. You go to your WoW folder, and here in your WoW folder, and you just go to your search, or in XP, you just type in Control F, and you search realm list. The same thing as what you do when you get a private server, and just right click it, and go open with, and you go notepad. Here it says set realm list. You must have changed it to your private server that you've been playing, or if you've not been playing a private server, probably say something like logon.warcraft or World of Warcraft, something like that. You got to change it to 127.0.0. Okay, not 0.1, which is the default DNS. It's called your computer IP address, which you will use for an offline IP address, so it goes directly to you. It won't go online. It won't use your internet megabytes or anything. And when testing purposes, this is the best you can do. And even if when you're playing and you've got other players online, you can still do this. So you don't have to use your internet, and you won't be decreasing your internet. The only way you'll be using your internet is to keep your server on for others to play. And that's about it. In my other tutorials, look out for APACHE, installing your online account registration, which I'll show you here. The internet. Once you've got the account registration, you can just type in localhost, and it'll come up with this, which I will teach you in another tutorial. That error won't come up once I teach you what to do. You got to have your MySQL on, which I don't right now. And that's what you can do after you watch my other tutorial. And there's also other tutorials which I will teach you about how to configure your Heidi SQL and to configure .lua files in your database, etc. So watch out for them, and thank you for watching this. Goodbye.